why did y'all pick a toilet, right, to debut? Of all places.
When it comes to genres, that's why I don't like to box things.
You're no square dog. Yeah.
I guess anything could be anything. It's all about vibe at the end of the day.
Why should I listen to you? Why should I listen to you instead of you? So does your personality now play a bigger part in this whole entire music game?
When it comes to performing, right, people want to see people doing shit. Let's say, what's the guy's name who's like performing big stages with the AI or like the 3D model? The visuals might be on point and everything, and people might go for the visuals.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, people want to be there because of him. So you're the guy who makes emo music. Okay?
Do you need to look emo?
I guess for the branding, it's natural. If you're that kind of person, you would gravitate to those clothes, right?
Remember somebody
But I
like
guess-
damn happy on, right? But he writes screamo.
Alright. I guess
So why the name Forte? I was always having the impression like Forte is like you're good at something because it's your forte. Or is it Forte?
That was
Forte.
the original.
Forte. Te.
actually, how we came up with it, right? Like after we filmed the the toilet set, right?
Yeah.
So post everything, pack out everything, right? Then we went to like Mamak sesh. That's for every Forte activity we do. It's a tradition to always go to a Mamak spot. So we came up with a list lah, because we're trying to brainstorm. Hey guys, until now I still don't have a name. So by then when we filmed everything, we actually still didn't have like a name for us.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? I think to make stuff like easier for like if people want to search us ever like online, right? We need a name.
Yeah.
So I at that sesh after makan already, hey, you guys, we don't have a name still. So we came out with a list lah, and one of them was Forte, and then we had that eureka moment, and then from there we were like, oh, okay, I think we should stick with that.
It's like double meaning.
Not really. It's just
It's just Te lah.
Yes.
It's nothing about your Forte lah.
it's
We're all just different flavors of taste.
So okay, what's the Forte? Teh ping, teh o,
Thai ice.
Thai ice.
depends. You ask. Everyone has their own preference here.
Yeah.
Each different tea.
Okay, what's all your tea?
I'm a basic bitch. I
Basic.
go taping.
Teh ping.
Thai iced tea.
Iced tea and teh ping is the same thing.
yeah,
Ice
same.
lemon tea, iced lemon tea.
Yeah. Can.
Thai milk tea. Gao.
Teh O.
Teh o.
Cheap piece.
Yeah. Teh o ping. Oh my god, that's my thing. Yeah, speaking of tea, man, any tea to spill. Oh.
No, don't have lah. Don't have.
Wow. Peace here, peace.
Sial lah.
Wow, actually, this podcast almost 60 episodes and nobody spill tea. So peaceful one. Our podcast like non-controversial. The fuck.
What kind
Hey, alcohol, shit, man.
kind
So
of
alcohol
tea?
sponsors out there. You know what to do.
So we got shortchanged.
Okay, yeah.
No, actually we didn't.
Yeah. So how's like the I would like to get into producer life, but I suddenly have this thought like 4 people, Swedish House Mafia, 3 people DJing. People already like, hey, they doing anything or not? And then until they had to build like this elaborate DJ console, right? So that each of them can play one stem. So 4 people, how you're gonna perform together?
How do we?
Or it's not really it's more of a collective than a singular artist. Because Swedish House Mafia is a singular artist brand, right? Yeah. So do you all see yourself like Swedish House Mafia there? Or is it like a collective?
More of like 4 motherfuckers come together, just do their own thing lah. So
Okay.
like when we go perform, right? We don't plan lah. We don't.
So you all have different time slot lah. It's not 40.
I wouldn't say a time slot lah. It's
Time
more of
slot.
like
We just like, okay, who's gonna go first, who's gonna go second, who's gonna third.
So it's
Yeah,
back
we have a
to back lah.
yeah.
But unplanned. We never ever plan ourselves.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have to like suffer like sometimes like the person will whack like some random ass remix that's not quantized, and we have to figure out a way to like mix it in lah. So that's the fun part.
Yeah. Takes the edge of DJing lah. Make it live, make it like more acoustic again lah. Not everything's like so digitized, you know. Yeah. And then with the I don't know, with like AI being so rampant right now, right? Even as you know, like most DJ sets in big international festivals are all pre-recorded lah. So is there even a need to DJ anymore? And the art form of DJing will slowly, eventually one day disappear lah. And then I guess eventually one day playing the guitar will be more valuable than DJing anyway.
Well, here's the thing lah. I feel like when it comes to performing, right, people want to see people doing shit. As much as sure, like let's say you know it's like what the guy's name who's like performing big stages with like the AI or like the 3D model at the back.
Anima, is it?
Yeah, as much
the guy
no,
that-
like I'm like the visuals might be on point and everything, and people might go for the visuals.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, people want to be there because of him. Because at the end of the day, he's the guy who like came up with this idea, and then he put together this idea to make it more tangible or like presentable for the people.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, it's still people. People want to see people do shit. So I think that's a bigger appeal.
Right. So like with AI taking over so many things, right? Like, and also consumers becoming more and more smart. Like when you do something, this one AI also can do, this one AI also can do. So you know, creatives have to start to figure out what can I do that AI cannot do. Then it will be valuable, seen as valuable lah. Yeah. Wow, the anima thing also. Like, do you think, right? Okay, I guess like purist techno people like fucking hate anima because he's like bringing in the commercial crowd to see it, right?
Yeah.
Because people that don't like techno will also go to an anima set because it's like so visually aesthetic, right? No?
Yeah.
But do you think anima actually did good for the techno scene?
I would say he's contributing still. I mean, at least people are aware of the genre.
Right.
At some point, right, these consumers, the commercial crowd, right, they're gonna be sick of whatever he's doing. And that's natural. Right? We listen to too much of a good thing.
Right.
We tend to branch out to other things, right?
Yep.
So I guess from there, it opens the door for like the underground to like have more fans. It's just more awareness for the scene, right? So everyone goes up. You know, is that quote where like if one goes up, like one tide goes up, like everyone else's go up. Kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's like that. I don't know why people are so like, oh, we need to gatekeep techno. This need to be an underground thing. It's for everyone. At some point, you were the commercial crowd, right? Like for these purists.
Right.
And how they got into this was they were curious. They started digging deeper.
Yeah.
Why can't anima, right, be like the gateway for them? And then from there, they start digging deeper.
Yeah. Correct. That's so true.
And it's contributing to the whole ecosystem. So it's like there's the commercial side, there's the underground side. Why can't I like move along the spectrum? If I want something more commercial for that day, fuck it, I'm gonna go to his show. Or if I want something more underground, go to underground show. If you don't want to go to like, oh, I only listen to underground, then go to an underground show. No one's forcing you to go to his like.
I also spoke to one of my friends, right, from a very notable underground scene. And he said that he see what we are doing, right, as Revelry. And I feel like Revelry has very similar ethos to some of the groups out there, like Tosca and Friends. We are the grey area gang. Yeah, right. We can accept both. Yeah. And we like both. We like Taylor Swift as much as we like fucking Solomon, as long as it's dope, And then we merge the worlds together lah. But then the thing is like, they see what we are doing, the underground group of people, right? And then they are like, wow, shit, respect, man. Because it's actually technically even harder than underground. Because you're trying to make underground people like mainstream shit, and you're trying to make mainstream people like underground shit. Yeah. So it's like, wow, it's like underground and mainstream is like oil and water lah. It's so hard to mix. Like they just refuse to go to each other, Yeah. And to have the task to merge both worlds, right? Do you all have any strategies that you all employ? I think one of your most eye-catching one is the DJing in unexpected locations, but then play whatever the fuck you want.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the way, man. And I see more and more of this kind of thing coming up, like the Katong Laundry also. That's also another thing.
Beans and Beats, shout out.
Yeah, Beans and Beats, but I'm not too clear what the concept is. Is it like a coffee shop?
Okay, I don't think I have the right to speak to that because I'm not very aware of that.
But they are released already, right?
Yeah, but I don't.
But they also haven't actually blatantly say what the concept is also.
I feel like they said already, but I don't think I have like the information to represent them.
Right.
So I don't think
maybe
I can say
like
much.
Pre-release only lah.
I think, I mean, they did one, but I don't judge collective for their first event. I want to see like more events.
But it's not pop-up, right? It's like physical shop.
Oh,
right?
it was a physical one. So,
Okay.
But it was, I think, more of a private one. Like you have to be like invited for that kind of.
Yeah, but that one is pop-up, what?
What's that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one is pop-up. What? It's not like they have a shop actually sell. They are like what, coffee shop or something like that.
That one I'm not too sure as well.
Yeah.
Can't talk much about that.
Okay, yeah, but with so many collectives, right, then we talk about community lah. The importance of community. Everybody want to create a community because, dude, let's face it lah, the fact you can monetize from a community so bloody well, If you have a community of supporters, right, wow, dude, they will like follow you everywhere. Like Fuego, very, very good example, very strong community, Afrobeat lover, reggaeton, that group. And then, what about it? Wavy, they have their own hip hop group, right? Yeah, everybody trying to form their own community until like, I don't know, I feel like the scene a bit fragmented in a way, don't you think so? If everybody create their own community, then who's the one actually joining the community? Yeah. Right.
True.
But at the same time, I feel like
Can think about that.
different collectives, communities have their own personality and sound. So I feel like if you believe in this type of philosophy or like this type of sound, I think that's the collective for you. It doesn't mean
Right, just small nuances lah.
yeah, but just because we're separate as like how to say communities or collectives doesn't mean you can always collaborate. What?
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's just
The other day I saw the collective minds, dude, they already collapsed, yeah. Like 5-6 collective all come together, like some donation drive for the Tel Aviv conflict thing, if I'm not wrong, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, then they donate all proceeds or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
possible.
weird.
Yeah, possible. Yeah. And then with the age of like everybody is like trying to be a DJ and artist and like showing your best selves. Back in the day, right, when I first started DJing, right, you have to like start up as warm-up DJ and then, eventually like, but now it's like everybody just fuck it already. Warm-up, I just whack, like there's no such thing as warm-up. My set means main set already. Yeah. And only like, I guess the more OG DJs typically, they will actually like think about the warm-up lah. So like, for example, if you are like playing at a festival, right, then there's also another guy, right, that is also like before you, wouldn't you feel like worried that, oh shit, this guy also want to shine, I also want to shine,
Depends on what kind of setting, because you mentioned festival, right? Festival is festival. But if it's like a small event, then that's a different case lah. If like, let's say we're performing for people who already know, wait lah. But if you have actual people to serve, right, and you actually want this to be curated, I guess it's also good to build stuff up, because you gotta think of them also. They're not gonna dance, like, for majority of them, if you're gonna sell to people who are not really like part of, like, they don't really know you, I think it's best to introduce like something like lighter first, and it slowly builds up, so that, because that's the point where like people consume more alcohol at that point lah. So naturally you build up the energy from there.
I remember the first time when I played Zouk Out, right, my set was 9 o'clock. And 9 o'clock was considered warm-up lah. And then before me, right, the first set, right, was this dude, right, at 5 p.m. he's playing 150 BPM already. Just bah, 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 bah. Then I'm like, what the hell is happening? How do I even like follow up from there? And then after me, right, was very big DJs, like we have Cold Flow, we have Toki Monster, and then they are all playing the kind of, vibes, mid-tempo kind of stuff. But this guy already 150 BPM, 5 p.m., right? And then I just like, oh shit, now I'm like stressed out, man. It's my first time at Zouk Out. Oh damn. It was like very nerve-wracking for me lah. And back then we are like so serious about the format, wow, I need to start chill and then it must build up. Yeah.
Oh, so essentially he rebelled lah.
Yeah, he rebelled lah. And then back then it was like, that was like maybe like 7 years ago, 8 years ago or something like that. And then it was like very atypical, But now I see, right, it's like any event, the first DJ is already 150 BPM already. Boom. Yeah. And then I also saw this Malaysian DJ podcast. They are saying that, I use Travis Scott Fiend as my warm-up song. Yeah, bro, that reel get fucking a lot of views, man. Yeah. So I'm also thinking like, is there any space for warm-up? Is warm-up DJing a very traditional and outdated thinking?
I think it is.
It is,
It is, because you say what, 8 years ago, that's like 2016-ish. 17,
15, 16, 17, I
way
forget.
before COVID, right?
Yeah, 2 years before COVID, maybe 3 years before COVID. Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a very drastic difference between, like you said, club DJ and festival DJ. When people, I personally feel when you go for a festival, right, you are there for the music. You are there for anything and everything. But people go club, usually they are like, hey, let's go pre-drink first lah. Let's go inside club and see what's the vibe like first. But then, honestly, I haven't been clubbing in a while.
I get what you're saying.
So I don't know what's the club like now, because I barely go. Right. But back then, I started out as a club DJ. So I completely understand whenever, there is this flow of like warm up, then start to build up, then eventually end like hard.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes now even at events, if people ask me, I have a habit to ask them, do you have do you want me to play mellow at this kind of timing? Since you put me at this timing, do you want me to play slower a bit? Or do you want me to just whack? And like you said, a lot of them just say, hey, whack.
Yeah. So it's like, it's an outdated concept for like festivals, but clubbing maybe you still need.
Depends. Who is your target audience? At the end of the day, who is the target audience you are serving. So I feel like for a certain crowd that might work for them because they need that build up. Or some people like they don't care, they just want to whack. Okay, let me whack. Depends on who's organizing the event also. As much as DJs, right, we want to spin our own thing. It's the organizers who don't want to pay everything to set everything. Right?
That's the problem. Actually, the organizers really need to know music, yeah.
Yes, correct. They really need to know how to curate. Right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Because most good DJs want to DJ, they don't want to organize, right? They want to give it to someone else to organize. Then end up is probably the one with money, then they organize. But they might not know anything about the industry, the scene, the vibe, or whatever.
Yeah.
So okay lah, first DJ hardstyle, second DJ tropical house. Let's go.
Exactly. It's gonna sound.
They gonna call the whole night hard techno. You know what I mean, right? Like they call it like a hard techno event, but then suddenly the DJs that they select is
like
it's like
reggaeton.
hard techno. Hard techno.
Afro beats out of nowhere. The hard techno event, it's like
Right. Like, I think they know the keyword that people like to hear, but
Yeah,
they
then
don't
they
know
use it
people's
as a marketing
tolerance
threat.
for that keyword.
Yeah.
Like, if we say hard techno, we really play hard techno, can your crowd take it? Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. So, and anyways, I want to go to you a little bit because you are like the most mysterious. You are like silent all the way.
First mask guy in Revelry.
I don't even know what to expect, man. But I think I got a question for you, right? Is that I believe I spoke to Wrecker before, and then he considered himself like 50-50 underground, mainstream. But for you, you are more panning towards the underground.
Yeah.
I think maybe you are like 75-25.
Where at this point, where was that?
Yeah. 75.
Depends on who I'm spinning for.
Yeah. So for you, you are like
Mostly
more
underground.
towards the So is it extra difficult to get booked?
I guess because I usually play very niche music.
Example like what genre?
I guess I don't know if it's
Tempo.
niche, but like it's G Jones. I like
Wait,
to.
G Jones is a genre.
No,
Not
it's
G
an
Jones, like
artist.
artists. I like to play music like G Jones, like all the weird shit.
Is it like very like res kind of sound, or is it like
no, I don't even think so. Like he did, when we recorded our cassette, we did a recording in a Mercedes-Benz drop top.
Yeah.
His entire fucking set was an ambient music. Ambient.
Yeah.
But I thought I
No
heard you
drum, no
play
piano,
play
nothing.
somewhere that is like banging one,
No, I can. I just felt like
you are just anything that's left field. Whacking left field, chill also left field.
yeah.
Ambient set.
Whatever he feels for that particular set.
That's why it's mysterious.
Then
because
you drift, then at the field. The shit, man. Yeah. And then what is your inspiration when it comes to like producing music? Because I think like people that produce underground music, right, is like where do you even draw your inspiration? Because I really felt I can resonate with underground people very well because I'm a turntablist for like so many years and I'm just listening for like fucking 8 hours a day every day for like fucking 10 years. And then some people like DJ Qbert, or like Rafiq, all these, right? They like to do UFO exploration and then they get inspired by the UFO sound, that kind of thing. Whereas like mainstream music is more like real life stuff, like I break up, somebody cheat on me, then they make a song. That's their inspo, right? It's more linked to more linked to real life, right? But where do you like draw the inspiration from?
so like mostly JPEG Mafia,
JPEG Mafia also.
Porter Robinson,
Hell yeah.
and then also Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
What? Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Okay. So like Frank Ocean, like more the
Like very sad stuff.
very sad stuff. Do you like kind of like embody that emotion?
I am sadness. Yes.
Okay, man. Wow, dude. I fucking hate being sad, man. It kind of makes me like so unproductive. Like, I still
Honestly, being sad makes me more productive somehow.
I know someone like that in my office. I have a friend. She'll be like, okay, I want to go to the toilet and cry. And then the first few times, like, what the fuck? And then eventually she does it like ever so often until I'm like, okay, this is normal. That's how she functions. Yeah. So maybe you met your kind. Yeah. But that's interesting. And recently something quite interesting happened, which is your listening party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you execute or find listening party? Because I don't know, listening party is a little bit, in my opinion, I feel like for myself, it's like a bit quite forced like that. Do I need to be a bit more famous than people will be willing to come down, that kind of thing? Right.
I guess as of this point, right, I know people who are like down to be like, because the people I invited, I know them already.
Okay.
Plus, I've been doing this for quite a while now, so I guess
right.
I've harnessed some attention from it lah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Because I've already done a listening party a year ago.
Okay.
But on a smaller scale, just like for homies.
Right.
Really small one, like maybe like not more than 10 people, as like 7 at most.
Right.
But that's about it. But now I was like, you know what? Why not take a risk? Maybe like 20, 30 people. So
right.
I guess I wanted to do that. So yeah, I guess it's a taste of how to run events as well. So I guess it's sort of like my training arc for me lah, basically.
Do you do this yourself? Like you host, you entertain the people, everything yourself, or you have
no lah. I have a team behind me.
Right.
So of course, shout out to the team as well, because I wouldn't have done this without them.
Is the team Club XXL?
Well, yeah. So
what the hell is Club XXL?
Club XXL.
Is it like a designer, concept, boutique house, or what?
It's my brand lah. So,
okay. But then what's Jumbo Goat XXL?
It's under Club XXL.
So Club XXL,
there's
inside
a hierarchy.
Club XXL got Jumbo Goat XXL.
Then Jumbo Goat XXL, there's gonna be a lot more stuff coming up that's not released
Club
yet.
XXL is record label.
We'll see.
Okay, so you know what it is, but you're not releasing it yet.
Yes, I have ideas, but I'm not gonna like say it out loud because it's the ideas aren't, how to say, stable or not concrete yet.
Right, yeah.
So I'm not gonna talk about stuff that is not manifested yet.
Right,
but for now, it's an event space for now lah. It's just
an event space.
It's not an event space, more of like a place for me where I can like use this platform to host events from. So it's like if I ever host like, let's say like an event or a rave, right? It's gonna be under Club XXL. It's gonna be weird, but hey, under Jumbo Goat XXL. Sounds more corporate lah than like Jumbo Goat XXL.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I ever want to do collabs whatsoever, it's easier to do under like Club XXL than like Jumbo
because
Goat
when
XXL.
I see it, right, at first I thought it's like, oh, you're starting like a design studio or something. Hey, you want to get your logos done, Then right.
Okay.
Because you were saying like this is like a design concept in your description. Yeah. Like, is it like you help other people with their design solution or what?
That design is basically my like the post over there is just an explanation of how it came up, like the behind the scenes for how I came up with my logo and my the name or the design basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's more of like a platform for me lah. So like because like for Singapore, I don't think there's many people who are the same sound as me. So why not just start something my own?
Yeah.
So yeah,
we will eventually get to your new disco sound. Now I want to get to Vitix first, because you are also another extremely left field producer that I've known for like quite some time already lah. And you still stick to it, man. Dude, like never dies, yeah. Yeah, so I roughly quote Xavier aka Bacha aka Red Moon. I think this is one of the best producers around. And then I'm like, oh shit. And then the more I hear the kind of like sound and intricacies that you're building, right, it's just like fucking blow my mind. So like we aim to make tracks, right, that maybe most playable or most number of people know, right?
Yeah.
You aim to make tracks that are like most technically satisfying, I would say. Yeah.
Because it's like I'm crafting an art piece,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I treat making my own tracks as well. Because I've been a creative person ever since young age. Because I've been into drawings and all that. So that one day I just like decided I want to make music.
Yeah.
And then because what inspired me to make music is like video game music and all that. Then I heard EDM afterwards, and from there I started to self-studying, creating music, and then along the way I just discovered like all these weird techniques, like they call this sound design, all that stuff, and I'm just I slowly back up and I just study like sound waves of saw, sines, square, and then I just like make it sound simple, and then I just like morph it up from there.
Make sure that I can create something that nobody can hear before and blow your mind.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you up, with that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, recently the headaches with Tiesto, I don't even know, Tiesto's involvement, but dude, the headaches click,
Oh,
click,
Jerry.
click. Wow, like, it's like, wow. I just died, man.
Knowing Headaches is not as in person, but his music, he's been that kind of guy that just like this one sound that's just crazy, just abuse that sound.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then the second drop make it even more. Yeah, that's the thing. It kind of reminds me of like Virtual Riot, you know.
Yeah, correct.
Right. The sound design thing. But then Diplo once famously said something like, "Dude, I already do the fried rice. Why do I need to go and grow the rice?" You know. So it's like same as like sound design, right?
Right.
Yeah. So because especially when you now look at Splice, wow, now they got these related sounds functions. Yeah. Wow, how are that? So when you produce something, right, what are the likely chances, right? Not even saying you produce a song, no, you produce a sound.
Right.
What are the chances that Splice already has it? And then you spend like 3 weeks on that one sound.
I mean, you definitely learn something from creating that sound you wanted to make, and then if you discover it on Splice, that's also a good thing, because like,
Okay, fair play.
Yeah, 'cause, like, here's the thing, you can just, if people like, you yourself you know how to make the sound already, then other people, like, they don't know, they just take that sound kind of thing, you know, you learn extra knowledge
Right,
as a producer.
Right.
Can
Yes,
I add
your
on?
input.
And when it comes to Splice, right, there's only so much you can tweak. Like, for example, you have that sound, right? But what if he changes his mind halfway and wants to tweak it further? Maybe like the highs are too high and want to like use an EQ to like duck it down.
Right.
He's free to do that. And he wants to manipulate and stretch the audio further. He can do that.
Yeah.
Splice, it's already there, it's printed out already. So there's
No,
not much control.
you're referring to samples, but what if I download preset?
Preset.
Wow, game over, I also can tweak already,
Yeah,
that's
true.
why.
I've been, recently, cause like I'm quite busy with my life, so I have little time on sound designing. I always like go through Splice, find presets. That's good.
Come join the dark side, join us, man.
No, but I still have this habit, like, once I have this preset, I just like 360 completely switch it over to like my own kind of sound. Yeah.
I spoke to 808 Gong briefly, and he kind of like make me felt a little bit more relief, because when I look at like Infamous, I look at Vitix, wow, dude, everybody's like sound designing. And then I was like talking to Ghetto also, hey, want to learn production? Back then we are still scratching and shit. And then it's like such a big barrier, you know. Wow, you need to learn sound design, then you can don't want to learn producing, yeah, screw it, like just DJ can, yeah. Then eventually, right, I just like, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna like use like Splice and just do the composition. I'm not gonna like do sound design and all that kind of thing. And then when I made 808 Gong, it's like, yeah, I also just do that. Take sample and mix, then modify from there, and then eventually you can come up with something complex enough. If you are not interested in sound design, you don't have to do it. Then I'm like, oh shit, there's somebody like that around. So I believe like Gamma is also famously someone that's like that. You see all the Gamma tutorials, right? Yeah, so I guess like production has become more accessible. So now I guess the limitation is your imagination only. Right,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
it's your drawing board. Because in the end, if you want to create something for crowds or anything particular, you just need one that formula and stick with it. For that specific type of style you're always going to do.
Yeah. And then like very similar to me, Rekka, you come from a hip hop background. You also hip hop background.
Yeah.
Everybody hip hop background. What the heck? Why are you so wrong with us? Yeah? Okay, so why we betray hip hop? What happened? Yeah.
I don't think I don't think I
Betray is such a strong word.
I try to find a way to infuse hip hop with other genres that I like.
Yeah, man, like trap and all that.
Like
kind
trap
of
is quite
thing.
hip hop based.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
it's not that common that you hear a trap song with rap lyrics back then. But now it's quite common.
Oh yeah lah, fucking hell, Love Sosa RL Grime remix come out, game over.
Yeah, exactly.
Revolutionized an age of a genre.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why, yeah. So, and then for you are still considering yourself as an open format DJ lah.
As of now, back then, yeah. But now, honestly,
Lesser and lesser open format gig, more and more artist focus.
Correct, yeah.
Which is what's your sound now? Bass music?
bass, trap,
Do you do like house, bass house, whatever?
bass house. Sometimes I don't really want to put myself down as
Like pigeonhole is one.
I'm this DJ, I'm this producer, I
Oh,
do this song. It's like, to me, a lot of times when I produce, it's just like, what do I feel like making today?
Right.
What am I feeling inspired lately to do? So that's why a lot of my project files is like, it's not trap. It's like, sometimes
Stuff.
out of nowhere, like reggaeton, and then baile funk, and then trap, and all of a sudden I'm doing pop or disco pop, you know, like, I just like to fuck around. I don't really want to put myself.
Reminds me of Selena Gomez's husband or boyfriend is what?
Benny Blanco.
Benny Blanco, right?
He's a songwriter though.
Dude, and he can produce also.
He can produce
it's like so many things. And his mentor was like Dr. Luke, which is another god. Yeah. So any one of you all can answer this, but what are your production what you call it, like maybe
Hacks,
release schedule hacks or ritual? Like, do you just like throw out or
OTT on the master.
or you are like super well thought out? Oh, I only put out this once every year, like Adele, and it's a banger.
You mean like a release or like the process?
Maybe everything lah, from A to Z lah. Generally speaking, music production, rituals, habits, or whatever.
I guess as of lately, since I'm making a lot of techno, it's all loop based, so I'm a lot heavy on splice now.
Yeah, but you say you are getting out of techno already, right? Or
Yes.
rather, you actually didn't get out of techno. People felt like you getting out of techno. Was that you said in the Instagram story or something?
No, I want to keep things open.
Okay.
Like as much as, sure, I still make techno.
Right.
I don't want to be like, oh, that's not real. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh, what you made was not real techno. Like, that's the whole point.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
okay.
Like, at least I'm not boxed into that particular genre. Because recently I did a trance release. It was Disco Fever, out now on all platforms. So
Disco Fever is trance.
it's sort of trance. It's a hard groove track, right? That started off as a hard groove track.
Right. Then got disco elements all.
And then I added like chords after that. I was like, hey, it's a bit like trance already. I was like,
Fun fact, do you know that Beatport Classify, right? Maddox, the High to Up, you know that song? That
No.
that yeah, basically it's like hard techno, big room techno lah.
Really?
But they classify it as hard trance.
I have no.
Yeah, dude, I'm equally as shocked as you guys.
Like when it comes to genres, that's why I don't like to box things. Because anything could be anything. It's all about vibe at the end of the day.
Yeah, I see the trend now is everybody's trying to be like unrestrained, unrestricted.
Yeah. It's more fun like that.
But why do you think like genres exist in the first place?
I guess it's easier for like to identify.
For non-music people, right, I guess.
Yeah.
Correct.
So like, I guess they have like somewhere to start with. So okay, I want to listen to this particular thing and they have no music knowledge whatsoever.
Right.
It's the gateway for them. Then from there, they start exploring, they start digging deeper. Hey, turns out this genre and this genre, they're very similar. So there's like this gray area right here they start to discover. Then from there, yeah.
And back then, right, I realized something. Music record labels, right, are marketing their artists based on genre. Oh, this is a pop guy. This is like a hip hop guy. This is very strict lah. And then when they want to like shit, I bought this already, right, the record label will tell them no, because this is your sound. You need to stick to it, right? So last time people can really identify 50 Cent, wow, it's a hip hop guy, you know. But now, okay, you like everything, you also everything, right? Why should I listen to you? Why should I listen to you instead of you? You know. So does your personality now play a bigger part in this whole entire music game?
Maybe not necessarily personality. I would say the artistry. So like the story, the narrative behind your brand.
Right.
I think what stands out when it comes to music, it's how you brand yourself lah. So like what do you stand for as an artist? So if you're into the emo stuff, so so you're the guy who makes emo music. Okay?
Do you need to look emo?
I guess for the branding, I guess it's
better,
natural. Right? It's natural. Like if you're that kind of person, you would gravitate to those clothes, right?
But then I remember somebody
But I
like
guess-
damn happy on, right? But he writes screamo.
Alright. I guess it depends. So I guess in a marketing standpoint, you can, but it's a regular
Not
person.
optimized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, and okay, another interesting thing is like, why did y'all pick a toilet, right, to debut? Of all places.
We were parodying.
I've been doing a lot of wacky places myself with Reverie. Like, dude, we shoot like hundreds of reels in a jungle, on a rotting log, in a cable
also,
car.
right?
Everything. We go on Genting one knoll and go and shoot also. Yeah, but wow, toilet is like, dude, and it went fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
how we came up with it, like, honestly, it's the reason how like it's the story why 40 began as well.
Right.
So basically, a bunch of like, I think we met up at one particular gig. It was like a secret gig that I was supposed to spin.
Right.
And Goff and Rekka were invited at the
Right.
time. And we were just talking about random stuff lah.
Yeah.
And then like I think like the conversation went up to like, hey, what if we DJ in the toilet?
Oh.
It's literally how it started.
And then
then
just like boom, just do it.
yeah, it's like, yeah, maybe why? And then I guess at the end of the day, like I think we started like, at first it was just an idea.
Yep.
But then at the same time, right, it's an idea that I've been actually thinking way back. Because we weren't the first one to execute this.
But
It was
you need
ISO EXO.
ISO EXO.
Yeah, he did his Halloween set, like I think 2021 or 2020.
COVID.
Right, and
Yeah,
super
when
low
COVID.
res one, right? Like purposefully low res,
Correct.
360p that kind.
Correct. So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
the inspo actually.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we definitely
yeah.
not the first one. So I did.
Hall, is it?
No, it wasn't.
Hall is not really a toilet. It's like
No, but-
Hall look like toilet.
Hall
Like
look
swimming
like
pool toilet
toilet.
actually.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
swimming
yeah,
pool
yeah.
toilet actually.
But like the first officially toilet. So I
Hall
think
is a
right,
good topic. Later we'll get there. Okay.
I think it's ISO EXO. And then I want to do that at first. But then like, since they're part of the plan as well, I started thinking, okay, so I want to, we're going to execute this together with 4 people now. So it's their idea now. I don't want to steal that idea. So why not like do it together? And I thought of like this, like, this like I had the eureka moment. Why not just bring motherfuckers together, right? And treat it like a boiler room set.
Okay.
So like there's a difference between the ISO EXO and our thing.
Yeah.
Because it was actually a boiler room thing where people are vibing at the back. And then the way the way that was strategized, right?
Yeah.
Was 4 people.
Yep.
And then with that 4 people, we recorded like a 1 hour set each. Or like at least like
1 hour, so 4 hours.
ish lah. But then like due to time constraint, we had to like reduce
minus.
it. Plus minus. So
okay.
we had so basically we had to record a set. And with that set, right, because I've been doing the TikTok thing
Right.
already. So why not use that set, right, and then market ourselves through the recorded set, because 40 minutes set, you can probably get 6 clips out of it, right? 6 clips, 6 clips, 6 clips, 6 clips. Roll out together lah. So I guess that keeps like the momentum of like posting stuff, and that's part of the success as well lah.
I agree, because I'm doing the same thing with the podcast as well, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that right now in this time and age, right, it's really a numbers game more than a quality game? Because quality is also subjective,
No,
right?
no. You need both.
Quality is not subjective.
Well, quantity definitely, because how are people going to like? How are people going to see you?
Right.
If the quality is not there, how are people going to stick?
How are people going to stick?
Yeah, sure. You're putting a lot of stuff, but it's just.
I don't know why, but I understand what that means.
Yeah, but if it's just that something that has no substance, like there's a lot of junk out there in the internet already. So
Yes,
why
yes,
would people want to invest in you?
And people get better at filtering. Like now you scroll TikTok, right? Within the first 1 second, you know this bullshit already. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. People are smart now, so that's why the narrative is important.
Right.
So you need to say, okay, like show them what you stand for lah, as like a brand or as an artist.
Looking at big radio shows like HOR, like Lord Radio, like Bangkok Community Radio, like Reverie on Air, you know.
Yeah,
Do people actually listen to DJ Mix anymore?
they do.
Yes.
They do.
Yes.
Honestly, like who?
People don't want to listen to music.
Really, because I've been thrown this question a lot actually. Like people is like, you record 1 hour mix, 2 hour mix every week. Got people listen, man? You know, and got people listen to radio, man? You know,
Yeah.
in Singapore especially, like because the drive is so short, right? In overseas, like radio is a little bit more feasible. Yeah, because like what a short 45 minutes drive. You know, 45 minutes to them is like okay. You know, for us 45 minutes we complain it is. Yeah.
But
So-
I think it's more like nowadays they call it radio, but in the end people take those clips and then treat it like a mixtape to listen throughout, you know.
Maybe like a lo-fi girl study mix or something. like that.
Yeah,
Something
correct.
like that.
So I guess if people want to do chores, they have something to listen to lah.
Yeah. And it's like curated also. And then speaking about mix, Spotify DJ now is like fucking powerful, and it gets more and more powerful each day lah. Yeah, how can these like DJ mixers stand out? Like, why would people choose this
Get music from SoundCloud lah.
over than like, you know, hey, I have my own music that I like, then I just get Spotify DJ to do it, you know. Yeah, right.
I feel like maybe sometimes, as like for producer DJs especially,
Mm.
I realize like, or at least for us as well, we have a habit of like teasing with unreleased IDs or remixes. So
Correct,
with
correct.
Spotify DJ, right? They are already putting out songs that you know, or it's already readily available. But what if say I have a flip or I have an edit that somehow slaps and resonates with my audience,
Yeah.
and they will listen and they'll be like, hey, wait, where's this remix? And they can't find it.
Track ID.
Yeah.
I will be very excited to hear this kind of thing, but then the thing is, I'm also a resident DJ for many, many years, and I know how normal people think, and when they hear something they don't know, they're like, "Ugh, I hate it."
That's, yeah.
So maybe, I guess DJ Mix is still viable, but for the super fans, I guess.
Depends on the setting also. Like who are you playing this for?
Example. Or setting.
Yeah.
Like audience, you mean?
Yeah, the audience.
Okay,
so
okay.
like if, let's say I'm doing a techno gig in front of like techno, people like techno, right? And I'm playing like a techno ID. So I think it just fits the vibe.
Oh, right. And
And
also
if-
you can tell them, okay, my gig is tonight, you can listen to this mixtape as a pre-party, your pre-drink at home, right? Or something like that.
And like what I did like for TNF, for example,
Yep.
I actually had a lot of, I played like for the fourth one, I played unreleased tracks.
Yep.
I already played Good Groove Turismo by like by August, September-ish already.
Then 4 months later release.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, but how I made it palatable was I added like a vocal on top of it.
Yeah.
So I made it like more consumable for people to like, I guess that's how I would do it.
Yeah, that's a very good way, because DJ cities have so many releases that are like that as well. They always release like, I don't know, like Tujamo new song, Lady Gaga edit.
Yeah.
Yeah, then after that, then you just take out the Lady Gaga, then it's like, hey, this is my original song. Everybody, whoa, I heard this before, you know? Then they like, yeah.
But I wouldn't put it
like-
out there already. Like, it's more of like there in the mix for me to use. So if let's say there's this particular crowd who would be, I think I need to commercialize a bit. So, you know, I'm gonna whack those like flips.
Yeah, correct. And I don't know where I heard this from, right? But like back to the radio shows, right? They are saying that these radio shows now are more, the importance of the radio show, right, is their background. The background is like the more important aspect of it already.
Visual aspect.
Yeah, it's like that's why I'm also thinking like it's really like beyond the music already to a certain point. Yeah. But then I guess when these kind of radio shows do live events, right, I think they should technically have a very good following, right? Like imagine like Marquee presents Trap Nation, will you be there?
Yes.
Right, I think about it like, whoa, shit, that's crazy, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Zouk had Sin City back then.
Sin City is more like a
Hip-hop.
homegrown night, right? It's not like a internet.
Oh, no.
Okay, bro, imagine Zouk presents Rap Caviar. Do you know Rap Caviar? The
Spotify.
biggest hip hop playlist on Spotify, right? Dude, that'll be madness, bro. But I don't know how much they're gonna pay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you're gonna have like Young Thug, Drake, and everybody pull up.
Drake. Hey, Drake.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I just did one episode about the Drake thing. Yeah. But you decide who the winner is.
A minor.
Yeah. So many mashups about that, man. Yeah. And okay, so speaking about like niche locations, right? What is your dream location to set up a DJ show?
Dream location.
Wow.
Stadium.
Antarctica.
Antarctica.
Honestly,
Mr. Beast just did a video, right? Antarctica. Dude,
Shit.
it's so damn difficult. He had to go and film a video, fail after 4 days, fuck off, then come back another half a year later to shoot one more time. And the logistics is like, wow,
No be gas.
bloody insane, yeah.
honestly, if possible, but I know the logistics is going to be very expensive and hard to.
Please don't tell me like Mars or something.
But let's say
Underwater squad, bro.
That has happened before though.
like a clear glass tank.
Write that down.
You pump like air, like oxygen through a pipe from the top, and then you mix there for like 30 minutes.
But how you gonna hear, bro?
No, like you kind of like. That's what I'm saying. I'm
sing,
pretty
sing,
sure it's
sing.
possible,
Okay.
but it's
Or
gonna be expensive.
we can just go to the sea aquarium, bro.
We need to CC Alpha Theta to make a waterproof DJ console. So we can like
underwater.
bro, the knob also like cannot EQ or
Scuba set, scuba diving.
I will be drowning, bro.
the set don't need low pass filter already. It's you
It's
are
a
in the
low
low
pass
pass filter, bro. You're inside the low pass filter. Yeah, so underwater, wow, that's crazy, yeah. And how you gonna ticket it, bro? People outside the fish tank then take photo of you. Or they join you inside the water, bro.
Actually.
Man, like you said, I see aquarium.
Yeah, see aquarium.
There's a glass, right? The DJ behind it, but somehow audio feeds on the outside. So they watch you from.
There's a camera set up in there.
So yeah, that's how we come up with ideas.
Yeah. You need somebody outside, right, to tell you like when malfunction because you cannot hear yourself, right? Then somebody outside like. Yeah, and when it comes to a team, obviously, there's challenges lah. What are some challenges you all face when you are like working with each other?
Yes, the schedules.
Yeah.
Schedules. Everyone has their own lives.
Right.
And we have responsibilities also, we have commitments. So I think trying to line up everyone is the toughest part, especially like there's 4 people. So
Yeah, today is like an amazing day.
yes, so today's a good day. So
Yeah.
Some sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah. Oh my god.
okay, let's not go there.
We have to like cai peng here. Then afterwards, should we start? Yeah. And not only about the scheduling, but personality wise, do you think that you guys are very synchronous in a way?
I personally don't have any, like, because we've done more than 1 or 2 like recordings together. We even did events together.
Right.
Personally, for me, I have no issues with them because I like how everyone thinks, whereby all of us are very open. It's like, you do you. Even if we fuck up, we are like, somehow it works. Okay, fuck it, move on. We are very supportive of each other. We don't judge each other. That's why I feel that's most important. We don't judge. We accept each other for our genres. Even when he did his ambient set, I never heard an ambient set before. But somehow I was so hyped because it's like, it works. Somehow it works.
It works also because it was done at like
at that time.
the Ulu S place, and it's like a field.
Lim Chu Kang.
Yeah, we drove there.
Lim Chu Kang, sorry.
Oh damn, what the heck? That's where all the reservists came in.
Yeah, through the dam
You hear the ambient.
So imagine you're
At
like
night
driving,
some more.
then you're riding to the dam, right? And then like this like huge, beautiful ambient set. And then it's just a vibe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he does such stuff and it works, and we are just like supportive of it. That's why I have no issues with it.
Everybody have their own place. There's also no clashing sound in a sense lah. Everybody's like doing
I feel like the clashing of sounds is what makes it good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, it's awkward. Like for example, I do the Mexican like type like the one that's not like quantized, and then he'll transition after me, just whack lah.
Okay.
I feel like the challenge there, right? It's actually what makes it fun. If it's like a quantized beat, right? It's sort of predictable. You sort of know, you can see the waveform lah, and you know how it's gonna turn out. You can just exit from there. But the fact that it's a lot more unpredictable in our like mixing, right? Just fun.
I totally feel you. Okay, you can go and add Xavier later at his in his VIP producer chat, right? There was once Xavier used to be marketing of Zouk. I'm resident DJ. And then we were just like fucking around at Chinese New Year. Okay, Chinese New Year standard, there's Lion Dance. So the Lion Dance, they have the Lion Dance beat. And then as it ends, right, then our favorite DJ, Jeremy Boone, what the fuck song? He played a song, right, that can like connect with the Lion Dance beat. Yeah, as the Lion Dance is about to end, right, he mixed in the Lion Dance, right, then he just EQ out. And then the Lion Dance gets softer, then he come in, right? Wow, then it's like in key, the beat pattern also the same. Then we like, what? Yeah, that's like crazy, you know. Then clearly not quantized. The guy is live and he's like beat matching according to the guy's hands, you know. Like, what the fuck? Wow. At being a turntablist, I look at the house music DJ, I just like nothing to say. It's like impeccable. It's crazy.
So
That's another goosebumps, man. Then Basha had to. Did I hear this right? Like we cannot believe ourselves. Yeah, and would you consider your music taste similar or completely different? In a sense where you perform different music, but do you all like the same things?
I feel like
we do have some similarities.
Right.
We do resonate with each other's stuff.
First of all, I think we're all fans of Skrillex here, am I right?
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Who isn't,
Skrillex
right?
can never do wrong, bro.
So exactly.
I gotta say.
Okay, later I got a Skrillex question, I just thought of it.
Oh yeah, we even have like the photo, right? That's
Your frame the Skrillex face
and someone's
like your ancestor, right? Then your DJ to the Skrillex face, right?
The photo frame.
Yeah,
Someone took it.
Who took it?
Who took it?
Add yourself in the comment section. What the hell?
But yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
okay lah, we can just print another one. So yeah. so that's what brings us together as well. So like we saw that we have similarities, but I guess our own flavor, right?
Yep.
We don't necessarily like those like niche interests, but we accept them lah. So wherever, like, let's say we're doing a mix, right? Well, the more weirder, I think the more fun lah.
Right.
If I'm gonna stress out like before transitioning to you, I think the better is
Right. Push it to the edge.
This motherfucker. Yeah. I forget where was it, in the kitchen set?
Which one? What's the track?
Or was it in...
Dude, I remember the kitchen set. Your kitchen set got multi-cam all. Like, then I see one angle, I'm like, what? Oscar was like drinking coffee or what? Then you shoot him like some weird angle, then his hair then messy. Then suddenly go back to you DJing.
The point is that...
What the fuck?
What we're trying to say is that we don't fixate ourselves and be like, we have to have like perfect transitioning. Again, I feel like we all kind of vibe with each other because the idea is that we have fun. Like, cause like this fucker.
Which
You
one?
gave me, we were playing something and then you suddenly gave me Harry Styles out of nowhere. no context whatsoever. Like, I can't remember what was the previous song. Then suddenly
As it was by Harry Styles.
As it was.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to get into like either a trap or something that is nothing related to Harry Styles. But he suddenly just gave me Harry Styles out of the blue. But we made it work. You know, it's not seamless. It's not smooth, but it works.
Dude, I remember I did that once when I was like doing a hip hop set. I kinda scolded like fuck at it, man, from all the Lao Jiao DJs. Oh my god, it's crazy.
Lao Jiao
man.
DJ and also and the setting you were at.
Yeah,
for us it was like a homie thing. And we're gonna upload it to the internet anyway. Yeah, I think that's part of the branding also lah. Like when you brand ourselves, you still like
Dylan Francis type.
They see like the thumbnails like very meme. I think that's the vibe we exude as well.
Shout out you.
He's the one who was like.
I like the pause. I like shout out me.
So
yeah.
So essentially we're just motherfuckers having fun lah. So that's what the vibe we're trying to exude.
I can only tell that he's laughing when he shoulder move.
Gonna move your shoulders more.
Later you only zoom into him when you see his shoulder move.
Or maybe you go
Okay, who the hell is designing all the stuff?
Depends. I mean, for the thumbnail,
you're like curating a lot of the direction and the marketing, but then you need somebody to assist you with the art and whatever,
okay.
right?
Artwork thumbnail is this guy. He's I told him, hey, Vitex, how do you make this more meme? And then like
shit, it's too high quality. That's not good.
And then like how to say it? I have this like picture of like a symbol, and then someone's like cooking a hot pot. Like, how do you add that in? And see why he like the chef fan, right? And he put the picture on top of the
Right.
So yeah, he does that. And then for the editing, right, who puts stuff together, there's this guy because he's a lot more knowledgeable when it comes to that.
Video editing
because it's his gear. So the Insta360, it's his as well. Ooh. The GoPro, it's with this guy.
Right.
But I'm not a pro lah when it comes to like putting the videos
marketing
together.
guy lah, basically.
Yeah, or like how to like present things forward. So he puts things together, and I tell him, hey, can you do like a rectangular one as well, like. That's 9 to 6 portrait,
yeah.
So I guess it fits like the TikTok or like Reels vibe as well.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, then what's your role? He's like the graphic designers, the video editor, you're the marketing
He's the hot boy of the group.
He's the what?
He's the hot boy of the group.
He's the muscles. I mean, he helps out when he can.
So where your kitchen is at? Matching pipes.
I mean, okay.
Oh shit! Now you know my age.
Okay, well, for this one particular occasion was when we did the car set. He's the driver lah. So shout out to him lah. He's the tank for that particular night because we don't have legal licenses lah for the three of us.
And in Singapore, you're blasting music out there.
Not really blasting lah.
It's not that.
It's actually wasn't that loud.
Because
It's like contained within the
car.
air though.
It's loud enough to hear.
We were using a Bluetooth speaker.
Okay.
Because the story behind the Bluetooth, that right? Because like we tried hooking the console to the aux of the car, but it just couldn't connect lah.
Right.
Good thing we brought like a Bluetooth connector.
Right.
The Bluetooth speaker actually. Then we just hook it up over there lah.
Do you think one day we can do the bicycle DNB set?
Bicycle DNB, I think.
Remember how?
Isn't Wildpearl doing the bicycle thing already?
Yeah, correct. I guess it's like more like healthy lifestyle kind of thing. But is it like in collaboration with Grab or something?
Oh no. Depends on. I think for that particular occasion it was. I think depends on who's the one serving the bikes.
I know they did a collab with one of the founders of Sunda Festival, because Sunda Festival founders, right? They have a solar powered mobile speaker Bluetooth thing. So they feed that into the Wowper, the bicycle card, and then
the card, yeah.
But I wonder what the permit are like, you know? Like, do we need to apply license, blasting music, especially in Singapore, right?
But
So
I
many
feel like
laws.
at the same time, it's not really selling anything. And all it does is, it's the same as like you're riding a bicycle, you have a Bluetooth speaker over there.
Yeah.
So I think just a bigger scale.
Yeah, precisely. All those people playing like whatever million tiers, then delivering Grab food.
Exactly, it's the
Bro,
same thing. What?
If we have 100 people riding bicycle behind them, cannot be illegal, right? No?
Well,
Right.
On the road it is. But
100 people riding bicycle.
And for this one, it was in a park setting,
Yeah,
so it wasn't that bad. And for the most part, people were smart in like the crowd lah. They make way for people. The crowd wasn't a nuisance.
Yeah.
So it's
But
all
do you
good
see the
lah.
bicycle set one in like Berlin, the DMB?
Oh
right?
yes.
It was
So he
bad.
started out one person and then he got like 200-300 people later on, right? Until the point where he had to have ally cyclists where each of them have backpack, right, with speakers and repeater. So that this
shit.
person can link to this person, then this person has has a repeater to boost the signal to the next speaker. So then the
okay.
whole entire crowd can hear the same sound at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
that's crazy. It's that big already lah.
Yeah. And then he did like a montage video how it started. He one person ride bicycle to like 500 people.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So I don't know like, what the regulations are like in Singapore, but I hope one day we can finally get there.
But I don't think. But we'll see. I think we'll only find out like once it's in a bigger scale.
Right.
Yeah.
And what is the end goal of Forte?
Forte. Honestly, we don't have much of an end goal for now. For now, we're just, if we can, because everyone has future plans. And the thing about Forte, as much as we're doing this as a collective, right, or like as a group of people,
Right.
or homies are doing this particular thing,
Right.
we don't want this brand or this thing to overshadow everyone else, whatever everyone else is doing. So to do that, right, we don't do as much events, or we don't do it as often. So it's more of like we're there when we're there lah. So
It's more like a hangout spot.
yeah. So yeah, just don't do it too often lah. So
Yeah.
when it comes to the future, yeah, it's one big see how.
When it
kind of
comes to
thing.
music, right, as I've discussed with a lot of the other DJ collectives like 4x4 and Bongo Man and etc., we are seeing more and more part-time DJs. Last time it's all about, I'm full-time, I'm resident DJ, you know. But now it's like more and more part-time. Do you think that DJing is not possible to be full-time now? We're all just doing it for fun.
I think it's possible.
Or do you all hope one day to actually make this full-time? And what are the measures you all are taking to make sure that it can become full-time?
I guess everyone here has like different goals. I think. How about you, Chef?
Yeah.
I at the start when I got into DJing, I wanted it as a full time. I really wanted
Now?
it as a full time. Now, honestly speaking, no.
Not really.
No, because I don't resonate so much with like club scenes anymore. Back then, yes, before COVID, like way before COVID, like 2016, 2017, that period of time, I really, really, really wanted to like try to aim for club residency. But I think like as time goes by, you know how your tastes change,
Right.
your perspective change, and then now it's just more of like
As I went on.
as and when I enjoy doing what I do. I don't want to like fixate myself down and be like, it has to be a job and we have to worry about the finances because I cannot find a residency somewhere.
But when you say like you don't resonate with the clubbing scene, right? Do you don't resonate with the clubbing scene only, or even music festivals you also don't resonate?
Music festivals, yes.
Yes, right.
Yes.
But in order to play a music festival, you have to be a full-fledged,
Yeah.
aka make it your full-time already.
Yeah.
So like very
that's
conflicting,
why
right?
it's plus, not gonna lie, like, it's a little bit harder here in Singapore.
Oh yeah, to transcend into the overseas market, right? Yeah.
A bit harder. I'm not saying it's impossible.
Quite hard.
Possible,
I would say.
but
Harder than other countries. Yeah. Then maybe for yourself, Herman.
Me, full-time DJs, I thought about it.
Right.
But it's like, sometimes I just feel like I'm more of a music producer than a DJ sometimes.
Yeah. But in general, talking about, are you
Yeah.
gonna intend to full-time music producer?
It's one of my plans I thought about, because full-time music producer, full-time DJing, I guess they're kind of same thing, because like they're both music in general, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so full-time music producer is definitely something I'm planning to do next.
Right.
like not just making music for other people, but also making music for video games or any cinema. Because there's like it's in my wish list of my
Yeah, because if you want to like really monetize it and you really want to full-time it, right, you can't just do one thing, you know. You need to produce for commercials, for video games, to
correct.
make enough. Yeah.
At least it's something that I enjoy doing.
Yeah, within your scope of interest lah. That's great. Wow, that's a good plan. You have like a multiple ins. And what about yourself?
For me, I do want to do. I guess I want to, as much as possible. I want to make it overseas as well. Actually, I want music to be my lifestyle essentially.
Not just DJing.
But DJ is just a part of it lah.
Okay.
Because I make music as well, right? Like as much as I DJ out there and like I do DJ content, I'm more of like I like the production side more. Because I like sitting down and then the jotting down.
Music production or content production?
Music production. Content is just for me to market my stuff.
Right.
Yeah, so number one, that's still my baby, like at the end of the day. So I want to live that kind of life. So I want to be surrounded by creatives and essentially do this whole thing full time. Whether in order to like sustain myself, it's not just music production, of course. I have to do stuff outside of that. So I don't mind working for labels as well. I don't mind like doing even ghost production. There's always a nepo babies willing to pay for your service.
Just within the industry.
Industry, yes. So
recently Monster Cat put out a hiring. Hey, we are hiring. I don't know if you go and sign up.
Oh, we'll see.
Yeah.
But as much as possible, I guess I want to do it overseas as well. So I'm not like in Singapore, right?
Yeah.
I'm not pressured to like feel like there's not much opportunities. Let's be real. So I think the next step for me would be overseas. And going back to the Forte question, that's why I don't. It's more like a see how thing because I don't really know how are we gonna be like in 5 years.
Right.
So we'll see how. If we still have time in our hands and we still have the opportunities, we have the ideas. We'll see. We'll probably put stuff out there.
Reunion tour.
Yeah.
What about for yourself? Like, how are you like planning to go about like this music thing? Are you aiming to make it full time or part time?
So like, full time. Like, but as an artist instead of like a DJ or music producer, it's like more like I just want like a vision kind of type thing.
Okay, so like Vitix explained that like in order to be full time, you have to be able to financially support yourself, like, and then certain times you need to like what you said, you need to go produce for someone, you need to produce for advertising or whatever, do stuff just to put money on a plate,
Yeah.
But what are like some of your strategies? Especially, I think yours is quite difficult because you are like focusing on just like underground kind of sound, right?
Yeah, I honestly I'm not sure yet. But like
where there's a will,
it's
there's
just
a way.
it's just whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because like I mostly make music for myself. I don't bother with other people.
Right. And there are like quite a lot of successful examples out of that. Like even like Perplex and all that kind of thing. Who knew? One day suddenly Dimitri Vegas like my collab. What the heck? You know, out of nowhere.
But to do that, especially when you're in a place like Singapore, since
do that when you are in Singapore.
Yes.
Okay.
However, like the difficult part over here is, let's say I'm doing like my own techno stuff, right?
Right.
It's not gonna be pushed out by the algorithm because it's just so different from what is out there.
Right.
So like overseas, like they have like the views already because they are there's already an audience there. So I guess for how I actually go around this is I have no choice but to do TikTok.
I guess so. Yeah. Even the biggest artists in Singapore, all of us are like acting a fool on TikTok.
You don't have to lah. You don't have to actually. There's strategies about it lah. It's not always. It's not. It doesn't have to be like that. It's all about your message, right? What do you stand for? What do your core values as an artist, right? Because I want to do that as well. Like as much as the DJ and like and producer thing, I want to be an artist. So as an artist, right? What do you stand for? That so people like stick to you, like, and you gotta share that when it comes to your marketing. You gotta tell the story. So you were okay. Used to be a hip hop producer lah, so I transitioned to this because this is what I stand for. And people want to listen to people lah, so I think that's one of the strategies as well. And I guess like performing a track, so they have the track, right? What's the story behind that track? So how do you come up with that track? Maybe I guess how like some strategies would be like a tutorial, or how you piece everything together, just maybe like make it entertaining enough for like, let's say TikTok, right? For that particular 15 or like 30 seconds. Yeah, sure. It's your point when it comes to like marketing or like doing TikTok, right? It's not to hit the masses. It's about who am I trying to, who's my target audience? For me, I know already. because I know like my stuff, right, it would be a lot more accepted at Berlin, the Netherlands, the UK, basically Europe, and sometimes Australia. Because I just look at who are my idols, who do I look up to in this like industry,
Right.
where are they located at, so how are they getting their success from. Just try to reverse engineer that.
Yep.
And from there you take steps to how do I push this type of content over here. And in TikTok, I'm probably not the first guy over there, so what I do is, okay, I research this particular artist, of what they did, what kind of steps. And I have to word my particular content this way. I have to do like present myself this way. Okay. And then the question is, right, how do I give it my own twist? So when people see me, right, I'm known for that type of thing. So that's the.
So you're saying that it's very important to produce music when you have a story, but what if I just want to make a banger
You can.
and then no story behind it? Wow, jialat sia.
No, you can. I mean,
cannot perform well already.
there's
Or I
always
must make some story. Hey, actually my dog died. Then
the story is the story could be as simple as, okay, I started with this particular hi-hat. And from this hi-hat, I started adding the drums. That's a story, right? It doesn't have to be deep, how shallow, how deep the story is. There's always a narrative behind the track. So
be a technical story.
can be a technical, can be something emotional, can be something simple as, hey, I felt like making techno today. Why don't I make this techno track for y'all? Boom, techno track. So this is how it sounds like. Oh, I was inspired by Martin Garrix.
Authenticity law.
Yeah.
It's like the real currency here.
Yeah, because a lot of people are doing this already. So how do you stand out from this like people?
So eliminate.
Oh yeah,
Eliminate from Disciple.
Yeah, I know his
He does
tutorial
a lot
like
of this.
fucking funny.
Crank that. We decide, eliminate. A lot of them, how they do it is just more of like fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yes, your fuck around and find out axis.
yeah. So you have like people who like, him want to have a narrative, a story, how I want to present myself. But then, like, honestly speaking, I'm one of them. It's just like, I do what I feel like doing, fuck around and find out, put it out there.
It's super DIY as well, especially for the recent album for Eliminate. Everything is like in his house.
Exactly.
Even his music video is all just in his house.
Yeah. It's very similar to Crank That, right? And he's just like seeing some Taco Bell meme. Yeah.
And that's just one strategy, like the narrative. So I think as artists, for us to explore, okay, so what vibe works? So yes, my music's not that deep. How am I gonna push this forward? There's many strategies out there.
And right, another thing that I thought of, right, is that as you are starting out, you might not be born from a rich family.
Correct.
So when you do something, right, that, you do at your house, or maybe a fork drop down on the floor, then you sample the fork, So it's like damn relatable, like, hey, yeah, something that can happen in my house. But slowly, as you get more and more successful and you're damn rich, right, you're like disconnected from the rest of the world, right?
You forget your roots.
Forget it is, yeah. Then how you still continue to make bangers?
Not that level yet.
No, but imagine, can you imagine? Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, that's
End game already, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it comes down to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether you yourself remind yourself of where you came from.
Yeah. But it's true, right? Eventually, when you will be so rich, then
Yeah.
Like, do you watch the Alan? Can you guess the price of this product? Then he invite, okay, today our special guest is Bill Gates. Then he take out toothpaste from like Walmart or whatever, like different item. Like, okay, can you guess the price? So toothpaste is like what, $3-4, right? Then Bill Gates guess maybe $14. Like the perspective is so like off already lah.
Bill Gates is billionaire.
Yeah lah. That's why
it's like
yeah.
one hell,
So it's just like the thought process behind this like. Eventually, if we become successful, right, then we reach that point, right? Wow, we need to remind ourselves not to go crazy. Yeah. It's so easy to go crazy, man. When you're rich, who's gonna tell you no, right? Yeah. And then back to Skrillex, right? Why is Skrillex still considered one of the greats?
Because he's
Why is it
Because
so?
he
I don't
is.
understand.
Because he's one of the people who basically made like the whole electronic scene mainstream lah. If it wasn't for Skrillex, like none of us, I don't think anyone us here would be producers like in the first place.
Is it the look, the sound?
As it sounds.
Definitely the sound, because like before he was Skrillex, I think we all know this knowledge that he was from a band. Yeah. So definitely like he had that at that one point in life. He's started to like, why not just mess around in DAW?
Yeah.
And then from there, just because of that also, he won a lot of Grammys and won the nights for his first album, I think. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And because of that, the whole electronic music scene really respected him for that. Yeah.
And when you win a Grammy, right, the proper music people will start viewing us like, oh, electronic dance music actually is a proper form of music. It's not like bootleg era, you know. Right. Oh my god, these people won a Grammy. They must be proper. Right.
Especially back then, it wasn't so
recognized.
Like, EDM wasn't so up there. Especially he did his EP was a lot of it was dubstep. Like hardcore dubstep, OG dubstep. Apparently he got a Grammy as well.
Yeah, like the Bangarang. Wow, that was crazy.
Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites.
There was nothing that sounded like it at the time.
Yeah.
So,
But then the thing is that was like past accomplishment, but why is he still a legend now? Like, wow, whenever Skrillex release, right, we are like so fucking excited. Like every single release is like so compelling.
Because his production is really on point. Like the way he produces everything, as much as bass music can be like overwhelming, right? He does it in a way where it's balanced. There's
Very
bass,
controlled.
right? Yeah, like as much as there's bass going on, there's like pockets where he puts in some like space, and then I guess it's mixing as well. Like just clean, like when the snare. Like my favorite like Skrillex sound is like
Yes! It's like the wind it's like
take you there. Ooh.
yeah, it's like the compression. And that's the shit
just the back of my brain somewhere.
and that's the shit that we geek about, the compression lah. Damn, how did he change that thing? Like,
And I think one of the revolutionary music videos that he put out was Fuji opening, when it's just his project file.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then Yulin, LF,
people started like analyzing that
what
shit.
the fuck? -4 LUFS? What the shit?
-3.
Like some crazy ass number, and it's not distorted. How? Like, you know? Yeah. So
Skrillex mixes lah.
yeah, you can either be the most handsome or you can be the best.
Monster limiting on every mix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. And okay, lastly, before we end this, let's also look at another example. Is like maybe, I don't know, Fred again versus Tiesto. Yeah, you know, like
The new
Boxing match.
Yeah, boxing match, celebrity boxing match. But like, why do we as music producers and music heads, right, view one as credible and one as like not credible when they both contributed like immensely in the scene, right? It's very obvious, you know who exactly I'm talking about, right?
They're both credible. In my eyes, they're both credible. They've earned their spot, I feel. Like, sure, like, Tiesto might have sold out, but he's doing what he can to live his lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever gets you the bread, I mean, go for it, man. Yeah, Fred again, I wouldn't, as much as he came out of the shadows, this guy's been making hits for Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Can you really like, he's been destined to do this ever since he was young. Like everyone's been saying like, he was young, like, oh, you're gonna be great someday. He had mentors as well.
Would you say that the difference is like the packaging that creates the perspective like, oh, Tiesto is a sellout and Fred again is cool? Because they are both equally legit in the production, in the contributions they have towards electronic dance music, right? Yeah, but why would people view it so differently? Could it just all be packaging?
Like to me, I feel like it's a generational thing. Because you see, Tiesto back in his prime, I don't think anyone would have said shit about him like that. I don't think anyone
King
would
of trance.
Exactly. So I feel like it's very generational, where especially now Fred again, he has like kind of revolutionized the way he performed live music. So back then, people who fuck with Tiesto, they don't, judge him for who he is, because at that point in time, he was the greatest of all time.
Right.
And then now it's like Fred again is in his prime, kind of. So I don't really support the idea when someone says like, oh, Fred again is better than Tiesto. It's like, he's good in his days. But now it's his time to shine.
It's definitely generation. And also like, you have people saying, it's like, cause people has expectation of Tiesto as a trance DJ.
Right.
So that's why people keep saying he's a sellout now. But that's just Tiesto nowadays is trying to keep up the generation as well.
Because I thought like that thinking, right, was very hypocritical, because Tiesto was the best in trance and then he decided to try something new. Ed Sheeran is the king of pop writing, right? And then he decided to try something new. But then suddenly he became credible. Whereas Tiesto is like viewed as like a villain in the trance world. You get what I mean? Yeah. And Tiesto is like so successful. He, in 2023, made one of the biggest UK garage track. Drifting with like fucking 90 million views or something. It's just Tiesto. That's it. No featuring artists. It's just UK garage. Wow, I play in my set all the time. And then now he did like a collab with Headaches also. Potentially gonna be huge as well. Yeah, super versatile lah. I don't really know what levels of contribution he has towards each of the track. That's what a lot of people is also saying. But then the thing is from Insta story from James Hype, right? James Hype is like super excited to be working with Tiesto and have his contributions of back and forth lah. And I believe James Hype to be quite a credible and real DJ lah. And the fact that he can trust Tiesto really speaks volumes about Tiesto as well. Yeah. Okay, man. And then, is there any other things that we can look forward to, individually? What projects? I mean, recently you released a track. We are happy to share it for you. It's great.
Oh yeah, so
Then,
I guess Disco Fever is out now, but I'm not really promoting it at the same time.
right.
I've been like busy on like the back end stuff of like other things. So I guess more stuff coming soon from me. I'll be announcing stuff soon.
Music wise lah, not content lah. It's more music.
In general, it's a whole brand lah.
Okay. And then what about you?
Album out soon.
Album, oh damn.
Yeah.
So you're not like releasing singles, you're just gonna one shot give him 12.
No, I am releasing singles, yeah.
Right. So what is the strategy? Like 3 singles first, then the whole 12?
3 singles was the basic lah.
Okay.
To me, that's basic.
Okay. So how many songs are we expecting?
12 songs.
12 songs. It's gonna be mix of genres, or are we gonna go
Mix of genres,
full
baby. Let's
ambient sicko
go.
mode?
Full
Right.
spectrum.
Sorry to elaborate, right? When you create an album, do you like DJ mix the album? Like, you know, there's a progression, like there's a
Not
prelude.
really. For this album, I didn't. I just kind of made like to one specific theme.
What can we know what the specific theme is, or is it a surprise?
I think like, yeah, fuck it lah. My mental health.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Okay. So does the title reflect the different kind of turmoil you're going through?
Kinda.
Wow. That's deep, man.
Should I leak the album title now?
Shit, up to you lah.
Okay, so the album is called No Feelings Are Final.
No feelings are final.
Yeah, so like any feeling is not final. You can see it as a good way or bad way kind of type beat.
Yeah.
Like happiness doesn't last, sadness doesn't last, nothing lasts basically lah. But then like you can look at it in a good or bad way lah.
Yeah. That's a much more balanced way to think about things lah. So, you know, you won't let other people's praise affect you too much, other people's judgment affect you too much.
Yeah.
And you won't do like bad things to yourself also.
Yeah.
And then what about yourself? Are you more music release or more shows? Hardstyle event?
That's
Is it a
not
hardstyle event or just a hard music event?
well, that's not me, but like, I mean, for me, as of now, I'm working on an EP because most of my stuff that I put out is all singles so far.
Right.
Singles or like remixes. So I'm trying to like work on an EP right now.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like also about there. Finishing.
And what about yourself?
Okay, I have multiple things coming out, but I can say I have this EP I've been holding on since last year because technically I have no artwork, but now I kind of do. So it's coming out like maybe in August or somewhere like that. It's a EP with one of my friends. She's a singer. She's from Thailand. She's named Ginkgo. And so this EP is basically about how we share feelings with music and how music connects us along with the fans together. Yeah. And that's also because I met her in Japan last year for my tour with Coffee Mix, the anime X-based music group. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then that's the next thing for me. And also coming up like July, I'm playing anime. It's a collaboration event of anime X-based music. Yeah, Golden Mix and Coffee Mix, which is the two big communities under the anime scene in Singapore.
Would you see yourself one day doing an opening theme for MAPA?
One day.
One day.
One day.
Can one.
I cannot say much because like I kind of have the connections with
NDA.
people.
Oh shit! Did they allow you to go home and see your parents?
NDA.
I have to.
Keep it secret.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much. Thanks for spending time with us. This is Forte.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.